Okay, so hi everyone. Welcome to class number 4 of B2. Well, here we have today's date, as always, March 7th. And this is the agenda, okay? We're going to focus on Unit 6 and Unit 7. The first one is okay, no problem. And the other one is what's this for, okay? And I want to remind you about the assignment we have. Number one, if you didn't do it, you have time until like today, the whole day, just in case you had like some trouble completing it or something. And remember that you have to record yourself. You can do it through a video or through an audio. And if you have trouble with Canva, you can use WhatsApp or something. So don't worry about it. So you have to record yourself like reading the recipe, right? So basically that's like that. And well, before we start Unit 6, I wanted to practice a little bit a topic we covered last class, but let me see where is it. I put it here, but I don't know where. So let me see. Just for you to remember, the last topic was wish, right? So I wish I had studied more or something, right? So that's the way we used wish. But let me see because I don't see the thing I wanted to share with you, but let me check. It's because I had the link here, but I don't see it. So let me go here. Hmm. Okay, it's this one. So let me go enter and Google. Okay, so now we can play. Basically, this is a Kahoot based on Wish, right? So we're gonna like practice it and see or check if you understood it and if you remember it. So let's see. I'm gonna host live and this will be the link. Let's see. So it's 102 57 90. Okay. So let me copy the link just in case. I'm gonna send it through the chat. So we are 9 people today. So we're gonna wait a few minutes. Let me. Okay, so we are ready. I think, yeah, we are ready. So let me share the screen again and let's go. So we have the first one. I wish I more money. So we have multiple options. Have, has, had, will have. And when we use wish, we have a specific characteristic. It's that we use it with a specific tense. So do you remember it? Which one? Aha, right? So had. We use wish with the past. So I wish I had more money. So uh, let's go to the next one. So we had a lot of have, but remember that when we use wish is in the past. It is in the past. I wish I had. Oh, let me. So let's continue with the next one, second one, which is correct for a wish about the present. So what else do we use? Or what do we use? So we use an imperative, use the past tense, use the present tense, or use the future tense. What is something real about it? In this case, as I mentioned before, we use the past tense, right? For example, had. So let's continue. Huh? So third one. I can't afford a new phone. I wish I won. So in this case, it's important to mention that sometimes we use could and would in the past. So what do you think? Would and could be. In this case, it's could, right? So I can't afford a new phone. I wish I could afford one because could can be used in the past also. So I wish I could. Desearía que pudiera, something like that. So he owes his brother money. So he wishes he money. So one owe, doesn't owe, or didn't owe. He wishes he what? In this case is he wishes he didn't, right? Because it's the past. So he didn't. Okay, let's move on to the next one. Let me do the speaker. Number 5. Use where correctly. She wishes she rich. Remember that we have another aspect when we use wish, that it's a specific thing. We don't do it in a lot of tenses or times. We do it specifically here. Remember that when we use wish, we use where for everything. It doesn't matter if it's singular, like she, he, it, um, because we know that when we use he, she, it, we use was, right? But in this case, with wish, we use where for everything, just here, right? So let's continue. I don't know why this button is not working well. So we have a true, let me see, because I have someone joining us. So we have a true false question. Which statement use future tense for present wishes? So is it true? For present wishes. Do we use future? No, right? It's false. Why? Because we use the past instead of the future, right? Excellent. So let's go. 7. I wish he pay me back. So we have again different options: can, would, did, will. Okay, in this case, it's would. As I mentioned before, we can use would and could as the past, right? We haven't seen that, but just in case for you to remember, we can also use could and would if we are talking about the past, because those are modals. Let's go with 8. Which sentence is correct? I wish I had more money. I wish I will have money. I wish I am rich. I wish I have more money. So which one is correct according to with what we have studied? Right. I wish I had more money. So we have the subject, we have wish, again the subject, and had, which is have, the verb tener, but in the past, right? Desearía tener. So let's continue. 9. Dumb Dave wishes his friends back. So we have had, has, can have, will have. Right. So you're getting it. Dumb Dave wishes he had his friends back. He wishes. Let's go to 10. Which modal verb shifts to past in wish statements? So what do you think? This is something that we haven't studied yet, but what do you think according to what you know? Some of those models can change to the past. So we have can and will. And what are those? The ones that I mentioned before, right? So could and would, right? But in the past, obviously. Let's go to she wishes she good at saving money. So she wishes she, verb to be in the past. We're right because with wish we use will always, all the time, no exceptions. So let's go to the next one, 12, which is a shortened wish statement. So I wish I will have, I wish I am rich, I wish I had more, I wish I have more. Okay, I wish I had more. Let me, I wish I had more. Excellent. Okay, that moved a little. 13. I wish I fly like my friend. So what do you think about it? I wish I remember the modal verbs, the ones that we used in the past. Good, right? I wish I could. Desearía poder. I wish I could fly like my friend. Let's go to 14. What does a wish statement express? So what does it express? One future same, one past same, one present same, or one present different. So according to what we have here, what do you think? So it's not like a whole sentence, right? It's just words. But like we want like to change basically. Like it's a wish, un deseo, right? So let's go to 15. I wish I a new phone. So we have the different models. Can we could afford? So what do we use here? Okay, so in this case, I wish I could, right, afford a new phone. Desearía poder, pues, comprar uno, ¿verdad? Puedes poder comprar. O tener los recursos in general, right? So, which is not true about wish statements. Use past tense for present wishes. Use where for all be forms. Use future tense for present wishes or modal verbs shift to past. Here we have certain facts about it. So, which one is not true, right? So, that one is not true because we don't use the future tense for this. On the other side, regarding the other ones, we use the past tense. We use where for all verb forms, and the modal verbs switch to the past, like could and would, right? So that one was the wrong one. So 17. She wishes she good at saving money. She wishes she wear, right? Because we use it all the time. Very good. Let's go to 18. We are almost done. So we have double points here. I wish my friend's back now. Mm. Okay, so I wish I could have, right? Desearía poder tener. So, which verb form is used in which statements about present? So again, just for you to finally understand. So which verb form is used in which statements about present? What do you have? What do you know? In this case, past tense, right? Excellent. So we got 5 answers for that. So let's see who won in this case. The third place is for Naya. Then we have Taira. And the first one is for hmm, Manu. And then we have Sophie and Carla. Excellent, guys. So you got it. Let me close this and close this and let me close this and open this tab just in case you want to know like a word or a sound. And let's start right away with unit 6, okay? So this is page 36. This is a Snapchat. And in this unit, we are going to focus on common complaints of families with teenagers, okay? So, for example, my kids don't help around the house. So that's usually like what fathers or parents in general say, right? My kids are always texting their friends or using the cell phone in this case. My kids never listen to us. My kids eat too much junk food. My kids leave everything until the last minute, okay? And on the other side, we have like the perspective of the teenagers. So it's not the parents, but the teenagers. So my parents embarrass me in front of my friends. My parents don't respect my privacy. My parents criticize my taste in music. My parents nag me to clean up my room. And my parents won't let me make my own decisions. Okay. So here we have some questions that I can ask you, maybe. So, just in case, I want to show you this. So, for example, we have this word here. So, which ones seem reasonable or unreasonable? So, I'm going to show you the word for you to see it. So, reasonable is an adjective, right? So, based on or using good judgment and therefore fair and practical. So, it's razonable, right? And we pronounce it like this.
Reasonable.
Reasonable. Okay. So we have like the intonation, the first syllable, reasonable. And then the other one, obviously, like it's the contrary of it. So unreasonable, not fair, right? No razonable, no tiene lógica, right? Not fair or acceptable, o no se puede aceptar, let's say. So this is like the pronunciation.
Unreasonable.
Unreasonable, right? So we have reasonable and reasonable. So I'm going to ask you, Christopher, what do you think about the complaints we have or the parents, like in the side of the parents? Are they like reasonable or not? What do you think?
So I think that it's reasonable that they say, don't help around the house or never listen to
Okay.
us. But I think that is unreasonable.
Uh-huh.
Unreasonable that they are always texting with their friends because they're just talking or eat too
Uh-huh.
much junk food that it's their life and they can eat that everything that they want.
Yes, right. I agree with you. Thank you, Christopher. So, mm, I would say also. Leave everything until the last minute. I think it's the same with eat too much junk food. So it's your decision, right? But because you're a teenager, like parents feel that they need to, like help you and everything because you don't have like enough age, let's say, to make some decisions or to think clearly, let's say, because sometimes they say it, but I would say that it's your decision, right? So even though you are like young, you can make good decisions. So what about you, Sophia? What do you think about the teenager side? Which ones are reasonable and which are unreasonable? Sophia? Uh-huh.
I think all are like reasonable.
All of
And in
them.
this case, yes, in this
Uh,
case, those dads and looks like annoying and their song and their looks so cool. And like they are
okay.
like doing all the that says like they don't live around the house and they're always texting their friends.
Right. So, mm, let's say my parents, well, in my case, from my perspective, I don't think this is reasonable, but I don't know. It depends, right? When you get older, you think or you remember those days and you're like, my parents are not embarrassing me, like they are just like worrying about what I do and everything. So I don't think for me this is like reasonable, right? I believe that they have to, like respect your privacy. I don't think they have to criticize your taste in music because it's your decision, it's your likes, it's your dislikes, right? So I don't think they have to do it. Um, Not me to clean up my room. I would say it's good, because sometimes we forget it or teenagers forget it. So it depends. And the last one, I would say it's important to let teenagers to like make their own decisions, right? Even though they're young, as I mentioned before, they had to learn how to make it, right? Like for them to apply into their like daily life or in their future. So what about you, Manuel? What do you think about the teenagers? Are you there?
Yes.
What do you think?
Um,
Are all of them reasonable or unreasonable?
some of them are reasonable,
Uh-huh. Reasonable? Uh-huh. Which
reasonable,
ones?
but
Mm-hmm.
embarrass me in front of my friend because they do it without want. Is
So what about this one? Is this reasonable or unreasonable or reasonable? What do you think?
reasonable.
Reasonable. So sometimes they do it. You agree with
Yeah.
it. Okay. And what about one that is not like unreasonable? Like it's unreasonable. Which one?
Um, the last one
Right? Mm-hmm.
because some
It's in
decisions are dangerous for us.
mm-hmm, right. I think this is important. Okay, thank you very much. So that was interesting, guys. So basically, this unit, as I mentioned, will be focused on this, right? So complaints and things like that. So let me ask some people here. We have Mr. Field and Jason and Lisa. So we need three people. So Mr. Field could be maybe, let me ask, um, maybe Robert could be Mr. Field. Jason could be Manuel. And Lisa could be Carla. Okay. So are you there, guys?
Yes.
Okay. So you can,
Yes.
and Carla, are you there?
Yes.
Okay. So you can start whenever you're ready, guys.
Jason, turn down the TV, please.
Oh, but this is my favorite program.
I know, but it's very loud.
Okay, I'll turn it down.
That's better. Thank Lisa, please pick up your things. They're all over the floor.
Carla, are you there?
I mean to mom. I mom of the happen.
Alright, but do it as soon as you hang up.
No, no hay problema.
Where we like this when we were kids. Definitely.
Okay. Thank you very much, guys. So here we have some feedback, just like a little bit about the pronunciation. This is phone, okay? Phone. Then we have here this expression, let's say, okay, no problem, no problem, right? And this one is definitely, definitely, okay? So we have the intonation or the stress in the first syllable, definitely, definitely, okay? And this one, just for you to remember, reasonable, reasonable, and unreasonable, right? Unreasonable. Okay, so let's continue. Here we have some like grammar focus. It's in page 37. This is about two-part verbs. Will for responding to requests. So we have will and two-part verbs. This is similar. I don't know if you have heard about um phrasal verbs. Christopher, have you heard about phrasal verbs?
Yes, teacher.
Yes, right? So how could you describe it?
Oh,
What is that? Do you have like a an idea or something?
I don't know how because we see it in the class that I have in IB,
Uh-huh.
but I really didn't like
Get
como
it. Or
realmente comprender como qué eran en sí, o sea, sí sabía como medio utilizarlos y así, pero no
okay,
como
don't
describir
worry.
qué son.
Okay, don't worry. So basically the phrasal verbs are like a mix of two words that could create a meaning, right? So it's not just one word, but two words, and the combination of two words create a meaning, like something, right? And it could be, as you can see here in the book, with nouns, with pronouns, right? So we could like mix a lot of words. That's why, well, people always say like the phrasal verbs are like kind of difficult because we have a lot and they have a lot of meanings. So it's kind of difficult, let's say. But if you study it, because it's something like irregular verbs, you have to study and to recognize the meaning of each of them. Maybe for some of them could be like easy because of the words we are reading, so it could be like you can infer like the meaning. So, for example, we have take up. So they are like phrases because they are two words. So take up. So start doing a new activity, for example. Then we have take off. Like the meaning could be remove something. So take off, right? Take off your shirt. So quitarte la camisa o la blusa, right? Take on, hire someone, for example. Take on is to hire someone. Take over is to take control. For example, try on, it's try something new to wear that you maybe haven't wore before. Try out, it's like to test something. So, for example, you should try out that new flavor of ice cream. Okay. So it's like test something. Turn down, it's like to refuse. She turned down my proposal, for example. So it's turn down. Okay. And here we have like some phrasal verbs like that are very common, like bring up, call off, and so on, but I'm gonna upload it to Google Classroom. So regarding here, what we have in the book, for example, we have turn down the TV. So according to the context or the sentence, we can infer that it's like apagar, right? Turn down the TV because we have like here. Then we can also put the two words like um one at the beginning and then at the end the other one. So turn the TV down. So it's, as you can see, it's the same. It's just like arranging it differently. Turn the TV down or turn down the TV, right? Then we have pick up your things. Pick up your things. So as I mentioned before, pick up, it's like recoger, pick up. Pick up your things. Pick your things up. Then we have these were with nouns, right? Nouns. Then we have pronouns. So turn it, this is the pronoun, right? Turn it down. So we are not saying like the TV specifically, but if you are close or near to the TV and I say turn it down, right? Um, so you can think, well, she's talking about it because I'm close to it. So we don't, in this case, we don't use the way we arrange here, like in the middle. So it's just turn it at the beginning, turn it down. So we cannot say turn down it, right? Because it sounds weird. Then pick them up, right? We don't say pick up them, right? So in this case, it's the other way around. Pick them up instead of pick up them, right? And finally, here we have some requests and responses. So please turn down the music. Please turn down the music. So here we have that phrasal verb, let's say, or this two-part verb in this case. Okay, I'll turn it down. I will turn it down. So pick up your clothes, please. All right, I'll pick them up. I will pick them up. Okay. So we have the request. Estoy preguntando algo. Please do that. And here we have the response. Okay, I'll turn it down. pick up your clothes. All right, I'll pick it. I'll pick them up. Okay. And here I have some definitions of it. You can maybe take a screenshot or something. I can also upload it to Google Classroom, but if you have the chance, you can like take a screenshot. So this is the definition of turn down, to refuse, and we have the example. Okay. She turned down the job offer because the salary was too low. For example, please turn down the music, it's too loud. Then we have pick up, to lift something, collect something, or learn something informally. Can you pick up the book from the floor, for example? So this is pick up. Then we have turn in, right? So turn in, to submit something, homework, a report, or an assignment, or go to bed. It could mean like you have, as I mentioned before, you have two meanings or more meanings for different words. So, for example, in turn in, it can be something like submitting something or going to bed. So, in this case, you, for example, I can tell you, guys, you have to turn in the assignment number 3, okay? Before midnight, right? Entonces tienen que entregarlo antes de la medianoche of today, right? So turn in. Then we have take out, to remove something, to extract something, or to take someone somewhere, okay? So he took out his phone to check the dinner or the time, sorry. So in this case, for example, I put this image because we can say she take out the garbage, okay? So it's like llevar la basura, sacar, take out, right? Then we have hang up. It's to end a phone call, right? Hang up. So she hung up the phone after saying goodbye. So it's like colgar, right? So it can also mean different things if you think about it. Then we have turn off, to stop the operation of a machine or device. So please turn off the lights. So I can turn off my computer. I can turn off like the TV, the lights, and so on. Then we have clean up, that maybe you have heard about it. It's like to make something tidy or clean. It's to clean up your room, your house, right? Then put away, to return something to its correct place. Like, please put away your toys after playing. So it's like acomodar o en realidad como ponerlos por ahí. So put away, put away. Turn on, it's like to start or activate a machine or device. It's like prender, turn on. And take off, it could be to remove clothing or when an airplane leaves the ground. So we have two definitions for it, right? Two meanings. So please take off your shoes before you entering the house. And the plane took off at 6:30, okay? So these are some of them that I wanted to show you. Okay, so let's complete this. We have different things: the books, the toys, the music, your jacket, the TV, the cat, the trash, the light, the yard, your boots. And we have different sentences. So the first one is pick up the toys, please. Turn off, please. So let's try to do it. Christopher, what do you think about the second one? So let me put it there. Let me do it bigger. Uh-huh. What do you think, Christopher? Are you there or not?
Yes, teacher, perdón, es que no me dejaba prender el audio.
Don't
Um,
worry.
the second one is turned the lights off or
Right?
turn the TV, maybe.
Yes, it could be whatever you want. So which one do you prefer?
Turn the lights off.
Okay, so turn the lights. Oh, let me. So turn the lights off, right? So as you can see here, we can put it like turn off the lights or turn the lights off. Please, por favor, right? Okay, Sophia, what about the third one? What do you think, Sophia? Are you
Clean
there?
the yard up, please.
Right. So clean the yard.
Profe, ¿podrías poner otra vez la tablita para tomarle una captura?
Yes, of course. Ready.
No, la tablita de al
Or
lado.
which one? This one.
No, la del otro lado.
This one.
Ajá.
Okay. So the first one or the second one? Because we have two.
No, es
Okay. So let's continue. Sophia said clean the yard, right?
ya.
Okay. So we can also clean the yard up. Clean up. Clean up. It could also be like the toys or whatever you want to add. Please put away. Please put away. So, Carla, what do you think, Carla, about the fourth one? Number 4.
Take off.
Can you repeat it, please?
Please put take off.
The cat. Please put the cat away. It could be, right? Like, put it away. So please put the cat away. Okay, please turn down. Let me ask Robert. What do you think? Number 5. Robert, are you there? Uh-huh.
The music.
Uh-huh, right. So please turn down the music. Very good. Okay. Please take off. Okay. So let's go. Shania, what do you think, Shania, about number 6?
Your boot.
Uh-huh, right. So please take off your boots, or in this case, your shoes. The boots. Take off the boots, right? Before entering my house or something. Um, okay. So Manuel, what do you think about 7?
Teacher, what means hang?
Hang es como colgar, right? And as I mentioned, here it's about ending a phone call, but also it's colgar, right? So what do you think about the things we
Hang
have?
your jacket up, please.
Excellent, right? So hang your jacket up, please. Okay, now we can have Vilma. Are you there, Vilma?
Yes, teacher.
What about 8?
Um,
Take out.
the trash.
Uh-huh, right. The trash. Excellent. Okay, let's continue. Okay, so I think we can use the different things just one time. So the toys, we have the toys, we have the lights, we have the yard, we have the cat, we have the music, We have the boots or your boots, your jacket, um, the trash. So we have the TV and the books, okay? So in this case, I think, for example, this one is please let the cat out, okay? It's not here in the fourth one. Por favor, deja que el gato vaya afuera, ¿verdad? Oh, ajá. So that's why the cat is like in the door, like on the door. So please let the cat out. So we have two, the TV and the books. So what about you, Camila? What do you think about 10?
The music.
Are you sure? Well, it could be. It could be right, but because of we already used the music here, we can use the TV, right? Which is the one that we haven't. And finally, we have this, the books. So please put the books away. Pon los libros por allá, en otro lado. Why? Because maybe we are using the table in which we have to eat, right? So we need space. So please put the books away. Okay. So this is the way we arrange them. Okay, so now we can continue with this. Okay, here we have our word power, but we are gonna continue with this listening exercise. Okay, so this is page 38, guys. We are going to listen to a family life. So we are gonna listen to the results of a survey about family life. Okay, una encuesta. So vamos a escuchar acerca de una encuesta. Answer each question with men, women, boys, or girls. Okay. So we have different questions, and according to what we listen, we are gonna see like which one is for each of the genders, right? Genders or, yeah. So men, women, boys, or girls, like the age also. So who is the messiest person in the house? Who does most of the work in the kitchen? Who usually takes out the garbage? And who worries most about expenses? Okay. So we are gonna listen to that. Page 38. Let me go to the different units here. So we are 6 and 7. So we are in page 38. 38. Listening.
Page 38.
So first of all, can you listen, guys? Yes, no?
Yes, teacher.
Okay, excellent. So let's pay attention to that.
Page 38, Exercise 6. Listening. Family Life. Part A. Listen to the results of a survey about family life. Answer each question with men, women, boys, or girls.
Welcome to this week's program, Do Men Have It Easy?, where we'll take a look at the roles and responsibilities of men and women in families. First, thanks to all of you who responded to our survey. John?
Thanks, Jennifer. Later on in the program, we'll be taking your phone calls and talking to Dr. Walters, a family psychologist, who will answer your questions. And now for the results of the survey. Jennifer?
Well, in response to the first question, who is the messiest person in the house? The answer was boys. 92% of you said that your sons or brothers don't help much around the house. They don't pick up their things, don't hang up their clothes, and leave their clothes lying around.
Interesting. And what about the second question, Jennifer? That was, who does most of the work in the kitchen?
Well, 84% of you answered women. Many of you also explained that the boys and men usually take out the garbage. The girls and women tend to cook, do the dishes, and clean up.
And what about the groceries, Jennifer?
Well, according to our results, boys and girls usually put the groceries away.
That's surprising. So, what else do the women do?
Well, that's our next question. Who worries most about expenses? In the majority of homes, it seems that women worry most about household expenses. One young man wrote to us saying, "My mother always nags me and my sister. She tells us to get off the phone, to stop spending so long on the computer, to turn off the TV. Well, everything really. I always thought she just liked to nag, but maybe she's really worried about money." I think that's probably true. Don't you, John?
Yes, very interesting. And now I'd like to introduce Dr. Walters.
Okay, guys, so what do you think? Do you need to listen to it again? Or is it clear? What do you think? Guys?
Can we listen it again?
Yeah, of course, we can. So let's go.
Page 38, Exercise 6. Listening. Family Life. Part A. Listen to the results of a survey about family life. Answer each question with men, women, boys, or girls.
Welcome to this week's program, Do Men Have It Easy?, where we'll take a look at the roles and responsibilities of men and women in families. First, thanks to all of you who responded to our survey. John?
Thanks, Jennifer. Later on in the program, we'll be taking your phone calls and talking to Dr. Walters, a family psychologist, who will answer your questions. And now for the results of the survey. Jennifer?
Well, in response to the first question, who is the messiest person in the house? The answer was boys. 92% of you said that your sons or brothers don't help much around the house. They don't pick up their things, don't hang up their clothes, and leave their clothes lying around.
Interesting. And what about the second question, Jennifer? That was, who does most of the work in the kitchen?
Well, 84% of you answered women. Many of you also explained that the boys and men usually take out the garbage. The girls and women tend to cook, do the dishes, and clean up.
And what about the groceries, Jennifer?
Well, according to our results, boys and girls usually put the groceries away.
That's surprising. So, what else do the women do?
Well, that's our next question. Who worries most about expenses? In the majority of homes, it seems that women worry most about household expenses. One young man wrote to us saying, "My mother always nags me and my sister. She tells us to get off the phone, to stop spending so long on the computer, to turn off the TV. Well, everything really. I always thought she just liked to nag, but maybe she's really worried about money." I think that's probably true. Don't you, John?
Yes, very interesting. And now I'd like to introduce Dr. Walters.
So what do you think, guys? Is it better now? So what about the first one? Who is the messiest person in the house? Men,
Uh,
women, boys, or girls?
boys.
Women.
Both. Right. So the first one is boys. I think it was like a 92% of people who said that. Then, well, let me write a B here. Uh, then we have who does most of the work in the kitchen?
Women and girls.
Woman and girl.
Right, women. So W, excellent. So women, and they said that we have like an 84% of people saying that. What about who usually takes out the garbage?
Boys and girls.
Boys and what?
And girls.
Boys and men, right? And who worries most about expenses?
Women.
Women, right? Excellent. So women. Very good. Okay, let me see. Mhm. Okay. So we can listen to it again, but maybe we can continue, and if we have time, we can check it because we can gather some specific information about the survey. Okay. Okay. But what we have or that we can do maybe as a short exercise, speaking exercise, we can ask and answer these questions, okay? So we are gonna discuss, okay? Let me see. We are 11 people. So we could have trios in up here, I think. So we're gonna discuss these questions, guys, in groups. We're gonna have like 5 minutes to do so. So we're gonna talk about who is the messiest person in the house. So in my case, for example, it's my sister. Okay. But in your case, it could be your father, your brother, your mother, I don't know, whatever. So the idea is for you to exchange information about your family and to think, well, in my case, it's women, in my case, it's men. So, yeah. Who does most of the work in the kitchen? So you can say, well, your mother, or in my case, I don't know. You can say that I or me or your sister or so on. Okay. So is it clear what you have to do? Yes or no?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Excellent. So we're going to discuss a little bit. Let me create the breakup rooms. So we're going to have five. One would be a trio, and the other ones would be pairs. Okay. So I'm going to open it. Please join your rooms, and I'm going to send the image just in case you don't have it. Continue with the recording. So let's continue with the class. Let me share the screen. I hope it was good for you to exchange information and ask and answer. So now we can move on to this page, right? We have page 39. This is about requests with modals, okay? And would you mind? Okay, so we have the modal and simple form of the verb. So can you turn the music down? Can you turn the music down, please? Could you close the door, please? Would you please take your garbage out? Would you please take your garbage out? Right? So in these ways, we use like can, could, and would to ask for like requests, let's say. So can you turn the music down, close the door, or would you take your garbage out? Okay. And then we have also this structure, which is would you mind? And the gerund, okay? The gerund is the one that finishes in ing, okay? So, for example, turning, closing, putting. So, would you mind turning down the music down? So, we know that when we use would you mind, we have to use the gerund, okay? So, would you mind? We don't say, we don't use the infinitive like, would you mind to turn on or to turn down? because we are using it. So when we use it, we use ing, right? Turning the gerund. Would you mind turning the music down? Would you mind closing the door, please? And would you mind not putting your garbage here? So they are the same, like the questions, but we are using different ways of asking it. Like, would you mind? Would you mind? And for example, if we go here, let me see if we have it. Would you mind? In the dictionary. No, here we don't have the, but let me go here to show you it. So, would you mind is te importaría o le importaría, right? It's like a request. O te molestaría or something like that. So, would you mind turning the music down? Would you mind closing the door? Would you mind not putting your garbage here? Okay. So, as you can see here, we use the phrases would you mind to ask people politely to do things, right? Educadamente. So, would you mind is more polite and more common. It is common, right, to use it. So, would you mind opening the window, please? ¿Te importaría si abre la ventana, por favor? ¿O podrías hacerlo? Okay. So we have also do you mind, but in this case we are focusing on would. Would you mind opening the window, please? Okay. And here we have like the uses of can and could that you may know. So can, ability, could, it's in the past, as I mentioned before. Um, so it's like a permiso, a request. Can I use your phone? Can I help you with that? So can you turn on? Could you close? Would you? Okay. So let's try to do this part. So we have a matching exercise, okay? So what about this, the first one? Let me ask someone that hasn't said something, maybe Vilma. What do you think about the first one? Could you lend me $20? So which one would be the best answer for that?
Um, Podría ser
Could be
la,
which one?
la D,
Okay, so in English, D, right? I'm
D,
sorry,
D.
I can't. I don't have any cash. Okay, so here you can see that that's the one because we're referring to money. So excellent. Let's go to the second one. Camila, what do you think? Can you make me a sandwich? What do you think?
La número dos, profe.
So is it which one? Can you say the letter? B, right? So can you make me a sandwich? Sure. Do you want anything to drink? Right? So we are in that context, right? Then can you help me with my homework? Vero, what do you think? Can you help me with my homework?
Is F. Sir, no problem. I did B answer.
So sure, the F. Okay, sure. No problem. I would be glad to. Hmm. Okay, here we have different options, maybe. I'm sorry, but I am busy. Sorry, I didn't realize. Well, this one is not that one. Sorry, we didn't know we were so loud. Now that one either. So, okay, Vero F, let's say. Okay, what about the fourth one? Maybe Taira. What do you think, Taira?
Mm, B.
B. C. C,
Yeah.
right? So sorry, I didn't realize this seat was taken. Okay, excellent. Very good. What about the number five? Robert, would you please turn down the TV?
Maybe A.
Okay, A. Right. Excellent. Okay. It could be because look at the last one. Would you mind speaking more quietly? So I think the last one could be A. Sorry, we didn't know we were so loud, right? So what about that one? Five. I'm really sorry, but I'm busy. Hmm. So here we have a problem, right? Manuel.
Teacher, the E could can be with three. Can you help me with my homework with the E?
Right. So E goes here, right? I'm really sorry, but I'm busy. That has a lot of sense. So we have D, we have D, B, E, C, and A. So the last one is F, right? So would you please turn down the TV? Sure, right? Do you agree or not?
Yes.
Yes. Okay, excellent. So very good. Okay. So now we can move on to the next unit. So this is unit 7, okay? It's called what's this for? What is this for? Okay. And here we have some different like inventions of objects, like for example, pocket calculator, 1970s. It was made in 1970s. Then we have video games, 1972. Cell phone, 1979. So this could be like the first or one of the first cell phones. Then we have a camcorder, 1980s, right? So they look like very different from the ones we have now. Then we have the World Wide Web, which is like the internet and so on, 1989. Then we have a smartphone, 1992. Personal GPS, 2000, right? So like maps and so on and Waze. So 2000 and touch screen tablet in this case, 2010. So it's not that new, but yeah, um, comparing with all of them, we have this one. So guys, let me ask you, hmm, which invention do you think is the most important from the ones we have here? Which invention do you think is the most important? So if you want to answer that question, you can do it. Or I can pick one. So let me pick one. Robert, what do you think? Which one is the most important invention? Are you there?
In my opinion,
Mm-hmm.
uh, worldwide. Wet.
right? And why?
Because, no sé cómo se dice en inglés, pero sería
Mm-hmm.
como la creación del Internet y ya el Internet llevó muchísimas más cosas.
Okay, so you think it's important because when they did it, they created also like the internet, and the internet can help us, like can help us as humans, like to do a lot of things, not just like work, let's say, in my opinion, but also you can, for example, if you want to do something important, you can go to, for example, YouTube, which is a website, a platform, and you can find a tutorial of it, right? So it's very useful. You can also do research about things you want to improve in your life. You can do everything in in the internet, right? But also we need to be careful because there are a lot of bad things out there. So let me ask, Sophia, which one is the least important? The least important. Sorry, the least.
I have a question. Cell
Uh-huh.
phone, it's like cell phone in this picture or are the cell phone in this moment?
In this moment, it could be whatever because we are like,
Well, I think
2026.
the
So,
most important is like cell phone, World
mm-hmm.
Wide Web, and touchscreen type. Because like video games and the other is like for fun. And
Yeah, it's for fun, right? It's for hobby and so on. But also you can use like your cell phone to work and to have a lot of information. So I believe it's
yeah,
important. But Sophia, what do you think? Like, which one is the least important? So, el menos importante.
this personal, ¿cómo se dice eso?
What?
El del 2000.
2000. The personal GPS.
Yeah,
So you think that one is the least important? Are you sure?
I think. Es
Uh,
el menos importante.
yeah.
I don't know. I mean, I don't
Uh-huh.
know. I remember
Well,
my cousins have one, and it's what's really fun, but I don't know.
okay, okay. So, Manuel, I think you raised your hand.
Yes, teacher, is that I disagree with the opinion of Sophia
Yeah,
because I think that the video games on the consoles was very important because we see the person improve the technology and the processors and the quality of the image.
right. Well, that's interesting. Thank you for sharing it. So, yeah, I think that all of them are important. Mm, I don't know from my perspective. I don't know which one is the least important. It's because we can say video games, but we also like as humans, we need like things to like to enjoy. So even though it's not like very important in the, let's say, business area or work area in general or job in general, we need it. We still need it. Like we still need hobbies and things to do in our free time, right? Because it's part of life. So I believe it's important also. What do you think, Christopher? Which one is the most important?
I am actually agree with the idea that all of them are so important.
Mm-hmm.
But in my personal opinion, the GPS, I don't know how to say,
Yeah.
because now in this moment of my life, when I need to travel to San Jose and I don't know where can I, for example, boat or buoy, clothes.
Uh-huh. To buy, for example, right? Or also, I have used it because I have gone to San Jose a lot of times, and I don't know San Jose, so I need like the GPS to guide myself, for example, to go to the bus station and so on, so I
Yeah, in my
don't
case,
get lost. Uh-huh.
yeah, in my case, it's the same thing, or in the university because it's
Yeah.
too big, so I need
Yeah.
to use the
Sorry,
GPS.
teacher, I think I'm confused with this one.
Ah, okay. So you're confused, Sophia. You
Porque
thought it was
yo
differently.
lo, yo pensé que era
A
como
game.
uno que se llamaba como Nintendo,
Ah,
de
no,
la
no,
forma.
it's like
Y
a
tipo, el
GPS, like,
Nintendo también, sí, esto es para direcciones.
like Waze or maps.
Ah, sí, no, 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 entonces es importante.
Yeah, right. So yeah, thank you very much, guys, for your interesting points of view. That was good. So let's move on to this page, 44. Here we have to rate our computer usage, okay? So I don't know if you all have computers, but if you don't have, maybe we can talk about your um, cell phones, okay? So I'm gonna ask you, each of you, Manuel, do you use your computer to send emails? Like
No,
how often? Never.
um, hardly ever.
Hardly ever. Okay. What about you, Christopher? Do you use your computer for watching movies? How often?
Never.
Never. Oh,
Yeah, I prefer the TV.
the TV. Okay. Interesting. Thank you. What about you, Robert? Do you use your computer to play games? How often? Are you there, Robert? Uh-huh.
Never, teacher.
Never. So you don't play games, online games. Okay. Um, Sophia, how often do you use your computer to shop online?
Never,
Never. Do you shop online or not?
never,
Oh, in general, never. Okay, so let me ask Taira. Are you there, Taira?
Yes,
How often do you use your computer for doing school assignments?
sometimes.
Sometimes. Okay. What about Vero? Vero, are you there? Yes, no? Uh-huh.
Yes, teacher.
Okay, Vero, how often do you use your computer to learn languages?
Sometimes.
Sometimes. Okay. Shania, are you there? Shania, how often do you use your computer for video chatting, like Zoom or like having conversations with your friends?
Never.
Never. Okay. Um, Camila, how often do you use your computer to check the weather?
Never.
Never. Okay, Carla, are you there, Carla?
Yes.
Carla, how often do you use your computer to read the news?
Never.
Never. Okay. And let me ask Vilma. Are you there, Vilma?
Yes, teacher.
How often do you use your computer to downloading music?
Never. I used to shop online in Temu.
Ah, okay. But in this case, it's music. Descargar música. So
Esa nunca.
never. Okay. So you
Ujú.
don't download music. Okay. Excellent. Thank you very much. Okay, now we can move on to this page 45. Uh-huh. It's grammar focus. So I have mentioned some of this, but we're gonna focus on it, okay? So we have infinitives and gerunds for uses and purposes, okay? So infinitives, for example, I use my computer to send emails. So as you can see, when we talk about infinitives, we use, let me see, to send. And so to and the verb. We don't change the verb to send emails, right? Some people use computers to play games, right? Again, play. We didn't do anything to the verb or something. Computers are often used to watch movies. Okay. So as you can see, it's to plus verb. On the other side, we have gerunds. Okay. In this case, they finish or the ending is ing. Okay. So we have to conjugate the verbs to the ing form. So I use my computer for sending. Okay. So we have for plus verb plus ing. So I use my computer for sending emails. Some people use computers for playing games, and computers are often used for watching movies. Okay, so when we use for, we have to use ing. So here we have some explanation about it. Here we have some differences. So we have the gerunds. We used it as a noun or certain verbs. Okay, so I enjoy reading. Reading helps you learn. For example, she suggested going to the park. And then we have the infinitives, which is to verb, used to show purpose, right? Or after certain verbs. So I want to eat pizza. They decided to travel abroad. She needs to rest, okay? And here we have some tips. When we have certain verbs, we should use gerunds. So we use gerunds after después, enjoy, love, hate, suggest, after prepositions like before, after, be good at, or interested in. Okay. So we use gerunds when we have it, this, enjoy, love, hate. So more like feelings and things like that. And also prepositions in, and, at, and so on. And then we have infinitives. We use them after certain verbs like want, need, decide, plan, like adjectives, adjetivos, like happy, easy, or expressions in order to, okay? So for example, here we have the infinitives, offer, plan, prefer, prepare, pretend. So she offered, we have the word, and to help. Next year, I plan to travel. Would you prefer to live? Okay. So in this case, you have to, like the same as I mentioned before, as the irregular verbs, you have to learn it, to study. Well, in these verbs, you have to use the infinitive, and in these verbs, you have to use the gerund. Okay. So we have a list here, but we have more, obviously, and also with the gerunds. Okay. So here we have this image, in which we have after verbs, agree, appear. So we have infinitive and gerunds here. For example, yo disfruto comprar. I enjoy shopping. So here we use the gerund. So I wanted to meet him. Then we have after prepositions. Is he still interested in? So here we have a preposition. Therefore, we have to put a gerund. Dancing, right? And so on. But I'm gonna have these ones in Google Classroom just for you to check it and to study it because it's the only way, right? So let's see. What do you know about this technology? We have to complete the sentences in column A with the information from column B. Okay. So we can do more combinations than one. So, for example, here we have satellites are used to study. Satellites are used for study. Okay. So let's try to do it. Shania, what do you think about the first one? Okay, we have the first one. So let's continue with the second one. So Shania, are you there or not?
Yes.
Okay, so we have robots are sometimes used, and then we have different sentences. So study the world weather, perform dangerous tasks, get directions, make travel reservations. What do you think? What could be the best option?
Mm,
Los robots, a veces son usados para. What do you
to
think?
determine, I finally.
Which one?
Determines telephones call.
Okay, to transmit telephone calls, let's say, yeah. Let's pretend that's maybe AI, inteligencia artificial, right? So let's try to write it. Robots are sometimes used. Is it two or four? What do we use? Like the gerund or the verb, like the infinitive? So robots are sometimes used to transmit. Transmit. Shania? Is it used to or used transmitting or something? What do you think? Shania, are you there or not?
Yes, teacher.
So which one do we use? An infinitive or a gerund?
Infinity.
Right. So to transmit telephone calls. Say. Excellent. Okay, so one. Let's do three of them. Manuel, are you there?
Yes, teacher.
Okay, so what about hmm, let me do what about a GPS device? What do you think?
Get the a GPS device is used for the directions.
Okay, so four. So it's a gerund. So a GPS device is used for, so is it get or
Uh,
getting? What?
two is best is two, no,
To, okay.
to get
So
directions.
it's used to get directions. Hmm. Okay. If we do it like a gerund, so it should be a GPS device is used to getting, right? If we do it like that. And let's go to the third one. So let me ask Sophia, are you there? Yes, no?
Yes.
Okay, so Sophia, you can use a cell phone? What?
You can use a cell phone for send text messages.
Okay, so is it 4 or 2? You can use. Remember that when we use 4,
To
we
send.
have. Uh, when we use 4, we have to use ing. So you can use a cell phone to send text messages, right? Excellent, guys. So that's the way we use it. Okay, so let me see. We are here and we still have this. But next class, we are going to work on this. Okay, just in case. But I wanted to the world of computers to do this. Okay, maybe we can go with this one as the last part of the class. So we have the imperatives and infinitives, right? For giving suggestion, okay? Para dar sugerencias. So be sure to press these keys. So it's just like phrases. Be sure to press these keys. Make sure to save your work. Make sure. Remember to recuerda back up your file. So it's basically like use the cloud to back up your files. Don't forget to include my favorite songs and try not to be late for the party. Okay. So we are gonna look at these suggestions and which ones refer to an alarm system, and smartphone, or a laptop. Okay. So we need to pick one of them. We have three options. An alarm system, a smartphone, or a laptop. Okay. So, Manuel, what do you think about the first one? Try to keep it close to protect the screen. So, which one could be? Manuel, are you there?
¿Cómo, teacher?
So, we have three options, okay? An alarm system, a smartphone, and a laptop. So, we have the first one. Try to keep it close to protect the screen. So, this is like a suggestion, ¿verdad? Esa es una sugerencia. So, which one could be better? Like, which object?
Um,
Try to keep it closed to protect the screen.
pero
So,
keep it close no es tenerlo cerca.
no, cerrado.
Ah,
Mm-hmm. Closed. Mm-hmm.
a laptop.
A laptop, right? So it's B. No, C. Sorry. I don't know why I saw B. Then we have the second one. Don't forget to write down your secret code. So, Sophia, what do you think?
The system or the laptop.
Right? It could be both. But in this case, maybe an alarm system, maybe. But it's thank you for saying that. In the computer, we also have like a secret code. And also even the cell phone, we can have like a secret code. So don't forget to write down your secret code. Then we have the third one. Remember to turn it off as soon as you come in the door. So Christopher, what do you think? Are you there?
About this
Mhm.
third one.
The third one, the C, right? The
Okay,
laptop. Ah, okay, okay.
uh,
Uh-huh. Go.
I really didn't understand so much the third one, but I put the number 8, the alarm.
The alarm. So remember to turn it off as soon as you come in the door. Entonces, recuerda apagarla cuando estés en la puerta, right? Sometimes we have to do it with an alarm system.
Okay.
And then the fourth one, try not to get it wet or the keys may get stuck. Hmm, the keys. So we're talking about llaves. So it could be the alarm again, right? We're talking about it. I don't know. So try not to get it wet. Okay, we have a lot of them. Look at this one. Make sure to set it each time you leave home. So you have to, do like a thing there before you leave home. Okay, let me ask. Carla, are you there?
Yes.
What about 6? Remember to recharge the battery before it dies.
A smartphone or laptop.
Yeah. So it could be a smartphone or a laptop, both of them. Be sure to turn it off before bed or call may wake you up. Or a call may wake you up. So, Vilma, what do you think? Be sure to turn it off before bed or a call may wake you up.
Um, the
So we have,
letter
uh-huh. Which one?
mm, B.
Yeah, right. A cell phone. Recuerda apagarlo porque una llamada te podría despertar. And make sure to keep the software up to date. Maybe Robert, what do you think about the last one?
Maybe laptop.
Laptop, right? Excellent. Very good. Okay, guys. So we finished here. Next week we can work on the listening exercise, maybe. Okay, so let me stop sharing and let me stop